After almost 4 years of hustling in the freelance world, I managed to secure 2 jobs simultaneously. Do not underestimate the skills and courses you have passed in your life, because you'll never know what will bring you to the point when you will finally get the job you have always been dreaming of. And no matter who says what, if you know your passion, if you know what's inside of you, and you want to learn new skills, you want to try yourself in a new role, but you're struggling with an idea how to get a dream job, here's how I did it. I want to share my path with you. And cheers to the 1st of December. That's the favorite time and favorite season of mine, and I have my pumpkin mug here with the coffee inside, and I believe that you have also your beverage with you. So stay cozy and let's talk about work-life balance and how to find yourself in this world. By the way, that's the perfect timing to take a look back to this year, what you've done, what you don't, and have some plans for 2024. Maybe next year we'll cover your dreams. If you suddenly popped into my channel and you don't know me, my name is Irene, I'm 30 years old and I'm an immigrant from Russia. I'm working remotely for a couple of jobs now, doing my full-time job in 2 companies and building my personal brand here on YouTube and other social media platforms. My work experience is pretty huge for my age. I know that, and that sounds crazy, and I think that entire experience of my life really reflects on what I'm doing now. I know that maybe many of you are struggling with finding a new job, finding yourself in this crazy world of not knowing what to do in future and not knowing how to build your plans for 5, 10, and etc. years in your life. And most of the time we are like victims of our parents' minds, relatives' minds, friends, colleagues, and etc. But you know what? You and only you can change your life, and you and only you decide what you want and what you will do with your job, with your career, and with your personal choices. As I mentioned before, I had multiple jobs in my life, and all of them were so different from each other. Like my friends and parents always judging me for choosing this career or that career, and nobody could tell why I'm doing this or that in my life. I used to be a barista, I used to be a hostess and a waitress, I used to work in television, I used to work as a photographer, a videographer, I used to be an office manager, a secretary, and sales manager, a recruiter. I used to work as a makeup artist and a hairstylist, and only God knows what I was doing in these years. But I want to highlight there one main thing and one main thought. I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy at all, because I wanted to prove that I am good, I am enough, and I have a real job, I have a real career in the eyes of others. That was a huge mistake. I never thought that I can do what I love and get money for that. I never thought that my passions and my interests are meaningful and are really worth it. And every time when I get comments from my parents or friends and colleagues like, Irene, you used to work as a makeup artist for 2 months, for 1 year, whatever, and what you will do now, you don't have a job, you don't have money, you do not want to be a makeup artist, oh my god, what you will do with your life and future. And every time I got the job, and then when I quit the job, I got the same comments from people judging me for doing what I'm doing, judging me for taking a job, judging me for not taking a job, judging me for changing my career. And also when I was starting my YouTube channel, my 2 YouTube channels by the way, I was judging by my friends and by my parents at the first place that I'm doing wrong. Also, maybe you will recognize yourself in my story, but I also got a lot of comments like what I should do with my life and who I need to become in future. I got comments like, you need to become a psychologist, you need to become a pet trainer, you need to become a nanny, you need to become a teacher, an English teacher, a history teacher, or whatever. You need to work with people, you need a stable job. Oh, you don't need to be a freelancer, that's not stable, you need to get money every month. It will cover your needs. And every time when I was choosing like a type of an artistic and creative jobs, I was judging for that because that wasn't so serious for people. And I want to tell you one more thing. Only you can choose what you should do with your life. My last full-time job experience was back in 2020, before the COVID covered the world. I quit my job because I don't love it at all, and I also quit my job because I wasn't feeling myself in one place with others. I didn't feel myself comfortable with my colleagues and in this toxic society I used to work in, and that was the best decision I ever had. The amount of stress which you got in your work really affects your body, and my body was struggling a lot. My body was struggling with psoriasis for years. I used to read stories of others who were struggling also with psoriasis, but that was the first experience in my life, and I was scared. What's with my body? What's that? I don't want that. And when I quit my job, magic happened. Psoriasis gone forever, I thought, and that was really cool. I started planning my future. I quit my job and I was really happy. Then COVID came to our world and I was searching for myself. I decided to declutter my apartment, I decided to calm a little bit, and I created 2 YouTube channels, this one and another one in Russian language. I started my YouTube channels with no confidence at all. I started my YouTube channels to share my ideas, but I was judging for that also. I decided to stop a little bit because I wasn't so confident with myself and I wasn't so confident with my life and what I need to do in future. I used to have lots of ideas, and I'm the person who loves planning and organizing everything, and that's why I'm hustling with my mind a little bit, but I hope that you'll understand me and maybe my story will reflect you. So after a few years with not having a job and living with my husband and doing this or that, I used to have like a freelance experience. I started with small pieces and I started as a video editor because I started my YouTube channels and I thought, why not? Why not to edit videos for others? Because I love YouTube, I love editing, I know how to do that in comparison to others who didn't have any experience with editing programs. And I started my freelance career as a video editor just for a few friends of mine, few colleagues from YouTube. Also, I started my part-time freelance thing with Notion because I'm into Notion and I love making templates. And by the way, here's the link in the description below with a free template I made for you. If you will be interested, I'll be happy if you duplicate it to your Notion space. That's really great, guys, and it's completely free. You can try it. So a couple of years passed and I was hustling in the freelance world, but it wasn't enough to cover my needs for living. So the first exactly thing that I knew is that the job must be remote. And the second thing I realized that I don't want to be a manager, administrator. I want to continue my creative path because I'm a YouTube creator. I want to build my personal brand and build my audience around me. And I wanted to find a company which will inspire me to continue what I'm doing with my life. A friend of mine sent me a link to a job description. The company was searching for a video editor. And when I read it the first time, I got confused and I was like, oh no, that's not for me. They need not me, they need another person. I'm not good at all for this job. And then I was wrong because my friend, he suggested me to apply. Nobody cares will it be awful or not. And I applied to this job with just a simple CV made in Notion. I created a one-page CV like in 10 minutes. I described myself, described my career experience, described my skills a little bit and what I'm doing now, mentioned that I'm a YouTube creator also, that I'm making YouTube channels in Russian and English language, and just sent this CV to this company. A few days later, I got the invitation for the interview with the founder of the company. And here the fun part started, because the whole October of 2023, I was meeting a lot of people from this company. That's a small company making YouTube videos. And I was happy to talk to people like that, because I need to mention, if you are not a native English speaker, that may be crucial for you either. I'm not a native speaker and I'm always struggling with my language. I'm always struggling what I'm talking about, and I'm always so scared to talk to people, especially when it's crucial, especially when it's business and there's lots of details. And I was nervous before my interview, but when I jumped in the call, it was like, whew, all is okay. I'm good. you're good, we're all good. They invited me to a second and the third interview. The founder of the company invited me to meet the whole team. I didn't expect anything. I wasn't sure will they hire me or not. But look at me now. I'm happily working with the team for a whole 1 month and I'm really happy to have this job. But I also mentioned that I have 2 jobs in one time for now. After 4 years, almost 4 years of not having a job and hustling in a freelance world. So my second job is a project manager with a girl who's a UX UI designer and psychologist, and one time another person who combine different careers in her life. I'm working with her part-time because my full-time job is with this American company making YouTube channels and marketing and etc. So I'm an editor in the company, I'm a project manager, and also trying to combine these 2 jobs with my personal YouTube career, with my building personal brand, and that's really difficult. If you're interested in work-life balance, work-to-live diaries, I am so inspired by other YouTube creators who make these videos, and maybe if you will be interested in this type of content, these work-to-live diaries, vlogs, or something like that, just let me know in the comment section below. I'll be happy to try out new style and new video types. So long story short, after almost 4 years of hustling in the freelance world or not having a job, and by the way, with immigrating from my country to another and now to another, so I changed 3 countries in 1 year. Being an immigrant and combining 2 jobs and building my personal brand is kind of a difficult way, but I choose this for me and I'm really happy. Do I have enough time? No. Do I have enough power? Sometimes? No. I'm a real person. I also get tired from job. I also sometimes get bored from the job. But that's my story, that's how I'm learning, and I want to be with you on this way. I'm not setting a huge goals. I'm setting just small steps, small goals, and walking baby steps to each of them. And maybe that's a good time to make a planning video with my Notion and paper planner, which I bought recently. So let me know in the comments below. And thank you for being with me in this video. I love sharing some moments. I hope if you popped into my channel suddenly, you will stay with me and we will have a great time together. So if you have some ideas, if you have some suggestions for next videos, or maybe something you want to know from my life, from my experience, share your ideas in the comment section below and tell me your story, how was your job experience and what path you're going through now. I will be grateful if you not forget to subscribe to my channel and to press the like button to this video, because these small things make me really happy and help my channel grow. So see you in the next video. Bye!